So we're going to bring in now Republican Congressman Greg Steube of Florida. He's a member of the House Ways and Means and Intelligence Committees. Congressman, thank you for joining us. I know it's been a long night, now a long morning for you guys. But look, you're on the 1 yard line, right? You just got to wait for Hakeem Jeffries to finish speaking on the floor. Are Republicans ready to land this plane?
Yeah, I mean, you're not hearing from any members. You got the rule passed last night. You're not hearing from any members that they're a no on the actual bill, except for Mr. Massey. So I think we're going to be able to land this plane as soon as Hakeem Jeffries gets done talking. I don't know how long he's going to go. Originally, they thought he was just going to speak an hour, and he's still speaking. So the moment he's done, the speaker will then have probably a minute or 2 minutes to speak. Actually, he can speak as long as he wants to, but he's not going to speak for 8 hours. And then we're going to get to a vote. And so hopefully by the end of the day today, President Trump will be having a big, beautiful bill on his desk.
Are you confident that Republicans are winning the messaging war when it comes to this bill? You got Jeffries on the floor right now calling it the one big ugly bill. You've got other Democrats making it sound like it's the apocalypse if this thing passes. Obviously, Republicans say this is going to help working class folks. They point to no tax on tips, to border security, to extending those Trump tax cuts. But this is obviously going to play well into the midterms next year, and it's going to be the biggest part of Trump's agenda so far. So are you confident that Republicans are, the American public is with Republicans on this?
Yeah, just the first piece on the border is everything that Donald Trump campaigned on, everything that the American people elected him president to do, everything that they put us and Republicans in charge of the House and the Senate to secure our country and to get 12 million illegals and criminals and murderers and rapists and terrorists out of our country. So they're going to see the effects of that right away. And the reason why we wanted to get this done so soon in this term is in the midterms as we go into next year, people are going to be seeing they're not getting taxes on tips. People are going to be seeing that they get a $6,000 or $8,000 credit on their income taxes if they're on Social Security. People are going to see that their taxes are still low. The investment in our country because taxes are low. So you're going to see the economic output from this bill in the next 6 to 8 months. So right as we get into next year, as everybody's looking at the midterms, everybody's going to be seeing that the economy is doing well, more money is in their pocket and not in the pocket of the government. And so you're absolutely going to see a big swing towards Republicans and President Trump's agenda for getting this done.
And you bring up the border. I do want to talk about another topic here, because we saw yesterday an Obama-appointed federal judge block President Trump's executive order cracking down on asylum seekers at the southern border, as well as his declaration of an invasion. The ruling said that Trump exceeded his legal authority by declaring that invasion in order to severely limit the asylum applications for illegal crossers. Take a listen to former Deputy Assistant Attorney General Tom Dupree.
I think this judge may not have gotten the memo. The United States Supreme Court said nationwide injunctions are a thing of the past. Judges have to act within their lanes. They can't get too far out over their skis in granting broad relief. But this decision is pretty striking. The administration is going to fight this.
So after that ruling, President Trump posted, quote, "We still have radical left judges trying to open the border and defy the Supreme Court, which is why Republicans must be smart, strong, and never let these crazed judges turn us into a third world country." Now, that decision came after the Homeland Security Department released brand new data this week showing that in June, there were a record low number of both nationwide border encounters and illegal immigrant apprehensions at the southern border. Here's the craziest part. There were 0 illegal immigrants released into the U.S. You compare that to the highs under the Biden administration, when we saw as many as 12,000 encounters per day. Congressman, the border is quiet. It is locked down right now. But yet again, another day, another federal judge making a ruling impacting Trump's immigration policy. Your reaction?
Yeah, the border's secure thanks to President Trump. We're sending reinforcements with this bill for Border Patrol and the tools that he's going to need to continue to secure our border and make our nation safe. And again, you're not going to be able to prevent these radical judges, even though there was a U.S. Supreme Court case decided on this very issue not too long ago that said that one judge can't do nationwide injunctions. So this is going to be overturned, and I'm so glad we have a president and an attorney general who's going to fight against these rogue judges.
Yep, and that federal judge said his order won't take effect for 2 weeks because he's going to give the Trump administration time to appeal that decision, and that is something they're obviously going to do. So we will see how it all plays out. And Congressman Greg Steube, thank you for your time this morning. We'll check back in with you shortly as we keep an eye on the House floor and the one big beautiful bill. Thank you.
Anytime.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.